Good day, it's Sandy, your sister and your friend. Welcome to today's video. Hey, today I wanted to talk to you about things that happen in our life that we say this was a trigger for me, or this person pushed my buttons. We use phrases like that. And I just want to say that the reason that this person who seems to be very good at doing that, the reason that they're in our life is because there's something inside of us that wants to be free. And maybe we actually chose this person subconsciously to be in our life because they know where all the buttons are. Is that crazy? So if there's a button that can be pushed, that means that there's something inside of us, some old emotion that we stored up that's wanting to be released, and that this person gives us that opportunity to look inside of us and to see what it is that we've stored up. So what I do is I just notice, oh, something rises up inside of me, that I'm like, oh my gosh, that person shouldn't have said that, or why did they say that, or they should have done something differently. I thought we agreed to this other thing. So when I feel the emotion rise up inside of me that has taken away my happiness, which is my natural state of being, then that's the opportunity. That's my alarm button going off, alarm bell going off saying, stop, turn inside, look at this. There's a purpose that this thing is happening. It's a purpose for me in my life. This is not a time for me to say, oh, this is about them. No, this is about me releasing something. So what I do is I just stop. I may be still doing things in the world, but in my mind, I've stopped. I've looked inside. I've asked myself, what does this remind me of? What does this, let me just get still enough to see what does this, this is familiar to me in some way. I have a memory of something that seems very similar to this. And if I can just be still in my mind, I can keep going back and back and back. Oftentimes it's a childhood experience. And when I'm willing to look at this and invite the Holy Spirit in to help me with this looking, inevitably something comes up. And I'm like, oh, this reminds me of this thing that happened that I never solved. I didn't know how to solve it as a child, but I can look at it now. I'm willing to look at the error that I stored when I didn't know what to do, and just looking at it with the help of the Spirit dissolves it, and the Spirit transmutes this old thing into love. I now forgive the person. If I saw myself as a victim as a child, I can forgive the victimizer. They didn't know what they were doing, and they were just doing the best that they knew how to do in that moment at that time. And so there's this release of this. Now, while this is going on, while I'm using my mind in this constructive way, the ego is sending so many thoughts across my mind relating to this experience in this moment, today's moment that I'm in. And it'll say things like, oh, she shouldn't have said that, or how dare they think that about me, or, oh, there's something else. So going on, this person shouldn't have done that. So what I have to do is just allow those things to pass on through. They're just like clouds passing in the sky. I have to be really careful not to grab hold of one of them and agree with it, no matter how it seems in the situation that is the truth of this moment that I'm in. That's not what this is about. It's not about this. This is an opportunity for me to give up something, to release something, to be free of something old. So as I've worked with the Holy Spirit on this and something has come up, then I can just be like, oh my gosh, that's amazing that I didn't know that was even there. And what that has done now is freed me up. Guess what? There's nothing stored. I don't have a button there anymore if I've been able to release it all. And if I release part of it, that's wonderful news because I'm lighter. Now what I can bring into this today's situation is somebody that can look at whatever is going on unemotionally. I don't have the old stored up emotions that I'm bringing. This is like a new me coming into today's situation, into today's experience. I can be like, oh, it looks like maybe you have some feelings about this. Did you want to talk about them? So now I'm bringing my freed up, authentic self into this situation today. So I'm inviting my partner in this experience to be their authentic self, or for them to look inside them to let go of some things that they have stored up. So in any way, it's a win-win for us. And even if we don't agree on how we need to handle this initially, we can talk about it in a very civil way that we respect each other's opinions. And we invariably, what I find is that we come to a agreeable conclusion because it's not one that's tied to anything from either of our past. And a lot of times, if I've done the clarification, the purification process with the spirit inside me, and I am now back into today's situation, sometimes the conversation doesn't even need to be had because I'm actually have changed the energy in the room. I've changed the energy in our combined environment. And sometimes that doesn't even need to be addressed. But if it does, that's great because now I can do it from a way that, as I say, is respectful and civil. And from a loving way, now all of a sudden I am authentically loving this person. They were the touchstone for me to be able to get free. That's what this life is about. Things are happening or passing through, and when they hit us and they hit a trigger, they hit our buttons, that's just like, whoa, thank you. Thank you for hitting this. I need to let go. I don't want that button. I don't want to have a button there anymore. So now I don't see anybody as doing something to me. Everything that's happening that touches my life is happening for me. And that's what this is about, is looking at things, releasing it. In the Course in Miracles, Jesus says, when I said to take up your cross and follow me, what I was saying was to take up your errors, look at them, toss them out, get rid of them, and follow me to the Father. That's what he was talking about. So that's really good news. So let's be willing to do that today. I'm telling you, it changes every relationship in your life where there's any kind of distance or any kind of friction. That friction is for our benefit. So let's use it that way. I love you so much. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the like button. Give me a comment. How does this seem to work for you? What have you found that works for you? I love hearing from you. So go and be blessed for the rest of the day. Love being in God's family with you. Bye-bye.